Hey, happy Chinese New Year, guys! And in this video, we will be taking a look at the Ice Vincent from the Happy Bag. So, since we talked about this in the podcast with the Door Talks, you guys can listen to the podcast at anchor.fm/Sofubi Sunday. And that's where we do most of our podcasts now, and it'll be like a weekly to bi-weekly thing, just whenever we have time. And in the last episode, we talked about the Instinctoy Happy Bag, which is a once in a year version where they release some of their toys that they produce in gold. So today we'll be taking a look at one of them from, I think it might have been 2 or 3 years ago, which is the Ice Vincent here in gold. And you can see it in all its glory. Look at that. Oh, so spectacular. Even with the lighting, it works super well under the light, and it just looks fantastic. It's a stellar figure, and it's also massive. So for the Happy Bags, they come in a very small, a much smaller run size. So Instinctoy usually have a run size about 300 per release, whereas each year with the Happy Bag, the run size is a lot smaller. So for this one, I think there's only 88 of them. And that really makes it, because I think it's mostly because the value of the whole set is quite low. They price it quite friendly, and the fact that having it be gold is very, very hard to produce. So yeah, let's talk about the toy itself. So this is the Ice Vincent, which is the second iteration of the Vincents. The first one being the Vincent versus Liquid, which is its full name, which is quite a mouthful. Which is the version where it's like melting with the it's like a melted like ice liquid thing, like kind of covering it with liquid. So it's just a melting version of basically a dinosaur. And this is the second version, which is the ice version, and you see it's a lot more sharper. It's a lot more spikier, and size-wise, it is slightly larger. Just mostly I think due to the fact that the spikes are much longer, and causing it to be much chunkier in size as well. So looking close up at the toy, you see that, for articulation, the eyes itself, you can move this, you can rotate this up and down, so you can give it like a, it's kind of hard to do right now. You can give it like a sad expression, but it's kind of stuck. You can do it. The jaw moves, and it's quite loose. It usually comes when you buy it from someone, or when you buy it from them, it really comes as a separate part. Quite easy to put on. The eyes itself are in this kind of neat whitish crystal, and the teeth individually painted in a slight kind of darker metallic color, so it still kind of fits in and doesn't really jut out and distract from the golden colorway. On the bottom, it's painted silver, and actually, to be honest with you, when you look at it closely, it's actually mostly silver instead of gold. I think it just shines really well right now, but you guys can see here, in all the gaps in here, it's all actually silver. So when you actually look at the toy close up, you see it's actually mostly silver, and not as much gold as you would actually expect in the pictures. I think the lighting might be a bit bright, so let me just adjust that real quick. Okay, yeah, that's much better. There we go, much better. Okay, fantastic. All right, so looking at the toy, it's some more. What I really don't like, or the part that I feel like is the weakest part of the toy, would be the arms. Having it be very small and very thin, and having the extremities be a lot thicker, makes it feel a bit flimsy and a bit weak. So versus whereas the leg and stuff seem much firmer. So the arms are something where I would be more afraid that it would like break, or like it would misshape. So that's the only thing with that. All in all, the toy is really fantastic. As you guys can see, it's very menacing, very fierce. But the caveat is that it also takes a huge amount of shelf space. As you guys can see, this is just right beside me. That's right beside me. It's massive, maybe 10-12 inches both ways, because based on how you pose it, I can stand up like it's yelling at the sun, or it can kind of stand like it's gonna eat something on the ground, I guess. You can do that. So it takes up a huge amount of shelf space. So on my shelf, I have this toy and then maybe 2 other toys beside it, and that's it. And it really takes a lot of attention from the shelf. So that's something you might want to think about when you try and display this. You might display him by himself, or with some like side supporting characters, or having very contrasting colors might help detract from the attention there as well. Having a full gold set is actually pretty cool as well, but then it's just like a lot of gold. So yeah, this is the Vincent, Ice Vincent here. If you guys are interested, there are a lot of different colorways for this that's out. There's a chocolate version, there's the one that makes it actually look like ice. That one's a bit harder to get, I find, nowadays. And the pastel glow-in-the-dark one where I have in my video, so you guys can check that out. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the Ice Vincent from Instinctoy. Thanks.